periwinkle. That's one of your best colors.
Thank you. Goes right along with blue, or periwinkle Monday, as we say. You know, many couples spend far more time planning their wedding and their honeymoon than they do planning the marriage.
Yes, that is so true. They think flowers more than like finances, but
Sure.
now you have to choose between, you don't have to choose between having a great wedding and having a great marriage. You can have both, and joining us with more is marriage educator Ralph Griggs. Such an interesting topic because people don't know. I just know friends who kind of get in a year later, oh man, it's a lot of work and it's sharing. Just so many things that they don't think of when they're thinking flowers and cakes.
Well, Ralph, you put a plan together here to help people out, right?
I did.
How does this work?
Well, couples go to the website, marriagemaderight.com,
Okay.
and in 5 minutes, they've got a marriage course on their screen. They can download to their computer or print it out, and they can start right then and there where they are doing some marriage preparation.
Now, a lot of people are saying, okay, a marriage counselor is a good motivator as far as speech and, you know, conversation between the couple. How does this work without a marriage counselor?
Well, there are advantages to both, and I encourage couples to do as much as they can,
Sure.
including having that third person, whether it's a minister or a licensed therapist. But you know, sometimes couples can be a little uncomfortable talking about private matters
To a stranger.
basically a stranger, or maybe it's somebody they actually know very well, but they're going to see them in the future, and they're a little uncomfortable with that
Yes.
person knowing those things about them.
Well, you got a point there.
See, exactly. I was going to say I would rather have a stranger with some things. When it comes to the money thing, now I've talked about the financial thing. What else would a person get from a minister or a therapist if they're saying, well, money, we're okay. What else can they learn?
Right, and I do a lot of face-to-face premarital counseling with couples and really enjoy that. One of the things I do is try to play the devil's advocate. I just stir things up and try to make them worse than they could possibly ever be.
That's a good job.
Well, get it out of the way.
Let me tell you
Exactly.
something, sister.
Yeah, because I mean, it worries me when couples don't disagree on things. So I try to get them to disagree, and then we can back away from it and relax and say, and they can say, Ralph, it's not that
Right.
bad. So
Well, we have a bit of an outline here. Let's go to the screen if you would, and we'll show you some of the things that are included there. There are two fun learning activities, okay? Can you go in depth a little bit about the communication? Because I think that is the basis of what a good marriage is all about.
it is. In this first section, I call them two fun learning activities. They're easy, fun things to get couples going, because a lot of times couples are hesitant to do this, and quite honestly, it's usually the guy. So we've
Well,
got some things
thanks, Ralph.
in there to really get them going. Like, for one thing, they can watch a movie. There's a movie, it's about 15 years old, Bruce Willis and Michelle Pfeiffer, and it's a story of a couple who gets into a lot of marriage trouble.
Right.
And the idea is the couple watches it, and then afterwards they talk to each other. Okay, what went wrong there? How could they have prevented that? So it's a fun, easy way getting the couple talking to each other.
So Hollywood did do something right.
They did. They sure did.
Right.
By setting some bad examples.
Yeah, there you go, for us to learn from. The next category, section 2, is digging deeper. Okay.
Right, and this is where the couple goes, for instance, through 12 components of any relationship, and they're able to identify separately what they think are their 3 strength areas, and then their 3 growth areas. We don't call them weaknesses, that sounds bad, but we do call them growth areas, and everybody has them. And then they can go back and compare their list. Did they mark the same things as growth and strength areas?
All right, so what this is, okay, and looking at those categories there, you will go through, I guess, a program. You have answers, then you go back with your answers and your partner and kind of discuss.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
That's the whole idea, to get the couple talking to each other. And sometimes we were talking earlier, the disadvantages of having that third person. Sometimes I do too much of the talking, and the couple doesn't get to talk. So this
Yeah,
is designed to get them talking to each other.
And how much time is involved in this sort of thing? We have another category we'll show in a minute, but how much time is involved in going through this course to really benefit from it?
As much as you want. The minimum state requirement to get the discount on the marriage license is 4 hours, but most couples spend a lot more than that, 6, 8, 10. I had one couple to spend 22 hours in the program. I'm not sure how they did that. But
Well, but still, again,
Interesting.
if they do go through the course, they do save money on their life. I didn't realize. How much is it for a marriage license in Tennessee?
$94.50
Really?
without the discount.
And you save $60 if you go through this?
Right. If they get at least 4 hours of premarital counseling, spend at least 4 hours with this, I'm able to give them a completion certificate. It's the official Tennessee certificate, my name notarized on it. Take that with them when they go to get their marriage license. It knocks $60 off the cost.
Bingo.
Such good points.
Shall we
Such
try
good
another
points.
one?
Let's do it.
Section 3. Special interests here. Spiritual resources for your marriage. Elaborate on that.
Yeah, these are some passages from the Bible that couples can apply to their relationship, things having to do with forgiveness and patience and the qualities of love. parenting, God's design for marriage. There's just a long list of scriptures there the couple can read together and sit down and talk about how does this apply to our relationship as husband and wife.
Getting along with relatives would be a fun topic, huh?
It is. That's a key one. It's one we talk about a lot. And I
You
think
marry a family. You marry
Exactly.
an individual, but you get the
Yes.
family along with the deal, right?
you do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's when it's good that you're a stranger, because you can say, ooh, that person, not so good.
Right. And this one comes up so often because I do a lot of weddings for couples, and in weddings you deal with families a whole lot. So I think that's why it probably comes up a lot there.
How long has this website been available?
For a few months now. The course is about 3 years old, actually, but this website, marriagemaderight.com, is fairly new.
Tested and tried. There you go. Marriage Made Right. If you go to the website, log on, you'll find all the information you need to download the program and get involved. How far in advance of a wedding do you suggest that a couple get involved in this?
The sooner the better. It just gives them more time to work on it and
And
work through
revisit
issues.
it some. You don't just take it and throw it away.
No,
you
you
revisit
don't.
it
In
some.
fact, a lot of couples tell me they're going to hang on to it and do more with it later, and sometimes pass it along to friends and family members that they think can benefit.
Ralph, seems like a good thing. Thanks for stopping by
Thank
this
you.
morning.
It's a pleasure.
I like the
Griggs.
listening topic, because they say that you know, as we go through, I'm not as good of a listener, I think, as I started out. So it might be good even for, maybe you should bring over the little manual. I'll look at it.
All right, be glad to. Thank you.
MarriageMadeRight.com. We'll take a break. 7:22 coming up.